It is the Riot Podcast. Good Tuesday, February 21st edition
He
to
appears. Welcome back.
Yeah. You know, we could just pretend that I was never gone or turn a blind eye to it.
No, not when you have the norovirus.
Yeah. It was
Is that what
pretty
you
bad.
had?
Yeah. That was what I had.
I don't even know what that means.
It's just coming out of both ends.
Have you been like?
There it is.
Have you been like taking vitamins and sleeping
you
and stuff?
It doesn't matter.
With the
This stuff doesn't happen.
norovirus.
It's a virus.
And it's forever. So if someone, if someone has it, don't touch anything.
What
while
do
you're
you
still
mean by
here.
that? It's forever.
Meaning it can live a really long time compared to other viruses.
It's
like touch
really
stuff?
important for me to
Yeah.
wash my hands now.
Yes.
Got it.
Which means I better start.
Is
So
this
the-
a self-diagnosis or you go in?
No, because when you have norovirus, there's no point because
Got
they
it.
can't give you anything for it.
So
They
do
just
you
say
know-
don't. They just tell you don't get dehydrated,
Yeah.
God,
which is
I
hard
should
because
know.
you literally for a while you will throw up the water or whatever
Yeah.
you drink, which makes it
Dang,
really
that
difficult.
stinks.
Yeah,
Man.
but here I am on the other side, and like I said earlier, I probably feel better today than
You finally
I have
got
for
some rest.
quite a long time. Yeah,
Dang, that's good that you came back, bounced back. Now from
Uh-huh.
here on out, we gotta wash
Yeah.
our hands.
You should try it too. You should try the norovirus.
You think I should try taking a day off or something?
You don't want it for
Maybe
that.
a
'cause
complimentary one.
You actually are sick. Like that's not one where you're just, not feeling. You don't feel under the weather with the norovirus. You literally are just having a miserable day.
Well, you lose a bit of weight, and if you can get through like 24 hours, you come out on the other side.
so it's just a one-day thing for you?
Yeah. I was 20. It started like 7-ish. If you count like just feeling a little queasy, maybe like 4 at the earliest on Sunday, and by 4 yesterday, I was pretty much, after spending literally the entire day either on the toilet or in bed.
Just
After that, I was
You're good.
up and at 'em, feeling good. Yeah, so here I am feeling tip top.
well, I'm glad you bounced back. No one else wants whatever that is because again, that's a real one.
I took the day off to save
Save
you
us.
guys.
Thank
yeah,
you.
I didn't know
Thanks.
if you would accept the norovirus cleanse that I
No,
went
thank
through.
you.
Yeah,
well,
not
I don't
for
know
me.
though. When it's time for Isaiah to cut and
True.
Yeah.
and
Give
we're
me
getting-
another month.
If you
we're
ever
getting
need to
ready
like
for swimsuit season.
make weight for an MMA fight or something, I
Yeah.
recommend the norovirus.
Oh,
It
that's
should really
nice.
help you.
All right. Well, in the podcast today, we do thankfully have some fun stuff, which will hopefully, if you're at home, maybe you're ill and listening to the podcast today, hopefully we can make you feel a little bit better.
Sure.
We talked about dogs in the car with their head out the window. And nothing makes me happier when I'm driving down the road than looking over and seeing a dog in a car.
Aw,
Yeah.
This is Florida legislative where they're talking about potentially having that be not something that you could do so that you could get ticketed if you were driving with your dog with their head outside the window, a moving vehicle.
I think the dog should get ticketed. Make it up to the dog. Again, this is it's a free country. It's the dog's choice what they want to do, and I think what the dog wants to do is stick its head out the window.
Dogs can be already too much
Dogs
expense.
Don't get a lot of freedom, and that's one of the last freedoms they have. And you want the nanny state to take that away?
Thank you
I
for
rest
calling
my
them
case.
that.
The
Yeah.
what state?
The
The
nanny
The
nanny
nanny
state.
state.
The
Uh-huh.
old people.
Yeah.
Oh. We also talked about aliens, if they're coming to Earth. Do we want them or not?
And if you do want aliens to come to Earth, would you prefer them to be during your lifetime, or is that just something where you just hope you're dead and then they come after?
Yeah, I think we got some interesting perspectives on that.
That should be good.
And it's a tough thing because I think we would be better off if we, obviously, how can you get the entire world on the same page? But I think we should be on the same page on what we want to do with aliens. And I don't think, again, it's the whole world. How could we do that? But, it's kind of would be in our best interest, right?
I think that they're just waiting for Isaiah to die since he said publicly he'd rather them not come until he's dead. And then the second you're dead, they're like, okay, well, now we
There
can
you
come.
go.
Finally.
And they can feel the wrath of some people in the country that would just want to kick them out.
You know how it is, right? With aliens, like sometimes,
No, because there isn't, so we don't know.
I don't know how it is.
how it could be is that the stray radio waves bouncing through space. What if the aliens picked up on our conversation today?
Oh, our podcast?
where we talked about aliens, and what if they heard some of that and it either encourages them or discourages them from coming?
Hopefully
Aw.
it discourages.
Yeah, if not, what if they're coming and they're trying to sway you away from radio? Just like we need Hudson for our own radio.
We need him. Not
If the aliens are coming to Earth because they heard me on the radio,
Then they're in trouble.
and they're then
That means we know
Please.
that they're just like
Please,
ridiculously
aliens.
unintelligent.
I would love nothing more than an entire planet that wants to worship
If they were
me.
so intrigued by Hudson, that means actually they can come. I'm not intimidated at all.
Yeah, you're
that means
fine
that their
then.
IQs are real low. They're like, this guy, he could be our king. I'm like, if you think Hudson's your king, then come on in.
Well, all right, guys, if you're listening, he's all yours.
You can have him.
You can have him. We'll see what goes on with that.
I think we
Worship
found
him.
something that's in all of our best interests.
Yes, worship
For
him.
me to go live with the aliens.
Make sure we welcome these changes now. Make sure you text and say hi at 877-2-RADIO-U and enjoy the rest of the podcast. And we're glad everybody's feeling better. And it nothing else comes of that. So
Well, catch you tomorrow.
okay, bye.
See you guys.
Don't say we didn't warn you. This is the worst of the riot.
Isaiah, good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for filling in for me yesterday.
You're welcome.
I'm
Doesn't
counting.
it seem like he feels fine now?
I know, he seems totally fine.
Yeah, the crazy thing about that, when you can sleep for like 18 hours.
You feel good.
Yeah, you
Just
come
a
back
quick
to work
turnaround.
feeling, yeah.
Odd.
But I'm counting on you to report back to us on The Bachelor last night. Because you know how it is. I got a little sick. All my days are thrown off. I forgot that The Bachelor was going on last night. But I hear it was an episode unlike any other.
Per usual.
Do
I
they
mean,
say
per
that after
usual.
everyone?
They say that every time. Like once a week, they're like, it's going to be an episode like
It's
never before.
amazing how 20-some seasons now, and they keep coming up with new episodes that are unlike any of the other hundreds and hundreds before
Now, I
them.
will say though, is it Zach? Is that
Zach.
Okay, so I
Wow.
did. Well, I only saw that because this morning I saw it trending. They're like, I can't believe Zach did that. I was like,
See, it was an episode unlike
Per
any other.
usual.
Uh-huh.
it's like
I can't believe he did that.
I'll wait till Isaiah gets in and ask him, what did the one guy do?
So Zach got COVID.
Oh,
Yeah.
Big COVID guy.
Bad
So
timing.
It kind of ruined the whole episode because, like, obviously, what the heck do you do when the Bachelor gets COVID?
Uh-huh.
You do, like, video chats, which is, I mean, obviously, you can imagine, very, very intriguing TV.
Yeah, entertaining, I'm sure.
Super entertaining. So it was like it seemed like the episode, they were just trying to fill it the whole time.
Aw.
Like, they were showing, like, past dates and kind of just filling the whole thing. There wasn't a whole lot.
Why
Oh,
didn't
no,
they
it
just
was a
wait
clip
till-
drama.
show.
Yeah, it was
Why
a
do you
clip
wait till
show.
you-
And they only have a couple episodes
Exactly.
to clip from.
They like during one of the the couples, I guess, during one of their talks, like Katie, who's like definitely a front runner, one of my favorites personally. They during their little video chat, they were showing like her date and stuff, like from a couple episodes ago, and it was just like not a whole lot of new substance, which was kind of crappy.
They should have done guess which Bachelorette person gets it as well.
Yeah. What the thing that was crazy to me, and I don't know how all this COVID stuff works, but I thought that, if Zach's been, as he has been this whole season, just locking lips with everybody,
Then they would all have
you
it.
would think they would all be like isolated, but they were all just hanging out together. And I was like, well, if Zach has it, at least 6 of you from the day before
would
have
think.
it. But they
they
were all
live in
just
a
hanging out.
house?
They all live in it's like a resort hotel thing. They
does
kind of like
the-
move around.
Does the Bachelor guy live with them too, or
He lives there, but like they're all like in their own separate rooms. It's like a resort.
it's a
But-
wing?
I was
Yes.
reading about the episode because it was so unlike any other. And I saw that they went to London. So he went out on like a date with a gal the night before he gets COVID, right?
Yep.
So
Yeah, but
how
you
does
don't
she not have
know.
COVID?
And
You
they
don't
were
know the real timeline, though. I mean, it's the show. They can just make it seem like
true.
something.
I guess it could. It could have been like from a
You know
couple of days
that.
before.
Yeah, I guess I should
But
know
they were
better.
locking lips during the date, and she still didn't have to do whatever. It's what it is. Either way, Zach was by himself doing a lot of video dates.
So does he
and
still eliminate people from afar?
He did.
Wow.
He did. They still did a rose ceremony. And, if you get eliminated during a virtual rose ceremony, you got to know it was your time to go.
It says
anyway.
they never done that before.
Yeah, that was the first time,
which
which
is
makes
crazy.
sense. It makes
Even
sense.
during the height of COVID, they never did a virtual rose ceremony.
So yeah,
Oh,
unfortunately, if
rough.
you lost your rose during the virtual portion of The Bachelor, it probably means you weren't going to make it anyway.
Yeah,
Wow,
I guess
sorry,
not.
Bachelor.
He had you in the chamber to be
Mm-hmm.
dead
It was,
anyway.
it was Kylie and Mercedes that got eliminated last night.
Oh, 2 people.
Yeah.
Sorry, Isaiah. I still don't want to watch the show.
I
so.
guess this
I
tells
know,
me.
but this episode was you didn't need to watch this
yeah,
one anyway.
skippable. It's surprising. I always thought like that most of this was filmed all ahead of time, but they're doing this on a week by week because they could have just cut most of this out if they had a bunch of stuff filmed already.
You sound practical.
I do.
You would think that's how it goes.
But then I guess, you could have leaks and spoilers getting out and stuff like that, although that's what they do for other
They were
shows.
also hoping that this would just be a different episode, even if it was ridiculous.
And why would you expect now in 2023 for COVID to derail things? I guess you probably wouldn't expect that.
And we're going to watch it anyway. No matter what.
You sat through the whole 2 hours, didn't you?
The whole COVID version.
You just keep dating.
You won't hear a show like this anywhere else. And that's probably for the best. The worst of the riot. Radio U.
Isaiah, would you mind going out and getting some pancakes?
I would love to.
Do you not know what today is?
I don't. I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
Today is a particular Tuesday in February.
Uh-huh.
It's a
Fat Tuesday? Is that what it's called?
It's Fat Tuesday.
Fat Tuesday.
I don't know what that means, though.
Fat Tuesday is also known as
Pancake Tuesday.
Pancake Tuesday.
Yeah. Don't act like you know what that means. Don't act like you know.
What the heck is that? What's Pancake Tuesday? I don't know what this is.
Today is like, the last day, because tomorrow, depending on some people, it's Ash Wednesday. And so today is like the day you're supposed to just do whatever.
Got it.
So a lot of people choose to eat whatever.
Yeah.
And pancakes as it is, or punchkis, the donuts.
Yeah, we did that last year.
Yeah.
We did that last year.
Because I saw those the other day in Kroger, and I was like, oh, yeah, remember we had these?
That's
so
for
that's
today.
what we did today. So what are we doing this year?
I know. We wanted to ask, what do we have for breakfast today?
Pancakes.
You thinking pancakes?
I think we should get pancakes. We never get pancakes.
But I already have pancakes. That I'm
Yeah,
Yeah, but
gonna
we
eat.
could get better pancakes.
But those are good. I swear they're good. I think we should do maybe like bacon.
Bacon?
But it's not called Bacon Tuesday.
What are you talking about? It's not called Pancake Tuesday either.
It is
It
called
is.
Pancake Tuesday.
Oh, it's called Pancake
It
Tuesday?
is with Fat Tuesday.
It's on the Wikipedia
How many
page.
names are there? Are there any
There's
other
at
foods?
least 3. There's Shrove Tuesday, which we haven't touched on. You want to get Shroves?
I don't know if I
I
want
don't
to
know
get
what that
shrove.
is. I don't even know what a Shrove is.
I think
Sounds like-
that's in the handbook. We're not allowed to.
Yeah, no, we're not allowed to get
What
Shrove.
does a Shrove mean? But it's also called Pancake Tuesday, and
just
most people know it
Pancake Day.
as Fat Tuesday.
We could do donuts.
We could do donuts, but that's what we always do. And I've got a story
Where am I going to
coming
get
up.
pancakes from?
What do you mean? IHOP, Bob Evans, the
guys
Pancake
never
House,
wanna do
the
IHOP.
original Pancake House,
The pantry.
We're going to get them to go?
We could. We could have
Yeah, why
delivered.
not?
Well, you know what? That's fine with me.
Waffle House.
That's fine.
I'm Cracker Barrel. That's a bit more of a
They
drive.
aren't around here. What are you talking about?
McDonald's
Oh,
has
yeah,
them.
you could.
Now
Yeah.
we're really spending top dollar.
Uh-huh.
I'd rather get some hash browns rolling, I think.
No one said it was nice Pancake Tuesday. It's just
True.
Pancake
I already
Tuesday.
listed off of some of the nicer options, and you.
So you'd rather do that? I'm fine with that, as long as we can get bacon on the side.
Sure, nobody's saying no bacon.
Okay,
So,
cool.
Who wants to order?
I'll order.
Mm.
And I'll go. And I'll pick them up, and I'll see you guys in 3 hours.
You're like, well, it's a holiday, so he did it.
I'll eat them there. I'll bring some back for you, though.
Is anybody going to have any punchkis today, or what are you doing for this Pancake Fat Tuesday?
Yeah, because
So-
they're different traditions, right? We've been over that also in
Some
Fat
people
Tuesdays
also-
of the past.
They just don't have, you just don't have the tradition, but you're like, well, I guess I'll have some.
Yeah, I
Uh-huh.
didn't know it was a thing, or else I would have prepared today for a more special day. I'm just having an everyday Tuesday. I didn't know I was supposed to be doing something cool today.
Well, you knew we were going out for Nikki's birthday lunch, right?
To be honest, I completely forgot. But I celebrated yesterday.
So something tells me you wouldn't have been prepared even if you did know.
Well, if somebody had mentioned to me that I was supposed to have some sort of last hurrah today, then I would have had something to hurrah about.
Well, only if you're going to change your ways tomorrow, which
Well, maybe I will, maybe
I'd
I
be
won't.
surprised.
I'd like to celebrate with you guys if you guys are changing your ways, and then tomorrow maybe I won't.
I don't think this is meant for us. We'll just pick something, or we'll just we'll go get some coffee.
Well, live
That's
it
all
up.
we'll have.
Live it up on Fat Tuesday.
This is The Riot. Radio U.
I have a state here that is coming for your pet's freedoms. And it's not a state you would be expecting to be chowing down. No, that's not the right.
Interesting
it's
verbiage.
it's not the state cracking down.
Cracking down
on
that
your
it
pet's
is.
freedoms. But
They're not eating them.
listen to this. I'll put the state out there. It's Florida.
Uh-huh.
And listen to what they want to do to your dog. They, in the state of Florida, have a bill pending that would ban your pup from sticking its head out the window of a moving vehicle.
Okay, so when you're driving.
When you are driving, your dog would not be allowed to stick its head or any other part of its body. Well, I mean, I don't know. It doesn't say driving. It just says out of a car window. So you're even at a stoplight, stop sign. You want your pup to get a chance to sniff its surroundings, taking the fresh air.
Yeah, but it's dangerous.
Nope, illegal.
Haven't you ever seen, I remember once at the big intersection down there near the mall, someone's dog jumped out their window.
Oh, yeah. It rolled down too far.
It was awful because, I mean, what are you going to do? They looked ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Trying to catch them.
Well, roll up your window a little bit. It doesn't have to be down all the way.
But not all dogs can handle the window coming
No.
down.
Well, because a couple bad dogs, we can't.
No bad owners.
We are going to ruin it for all dogs.
This is also, they say, there's many other animal welfare topics that actually look good to do. Prohibiting cat declawing because that's not good for cats.
Sure.
Rabbit sales before Easter.
Oh, we can't do that.
We can't do that.
No, that's
Restricting when an animal could be tethered outside because, some people just leave their dogs
Okay, maybe.
out all
Maybe.
the time. So this is a big
Have an open
animal
mind.
welfare bill that they're trying to put through.
Yeah.
And it includes the not having your dogs hang out the window when driving a moving vehicle.
What do you make of all this? You have a dog.
Yeah, Jim's pretty good. He'll put his head out the window, but he won't actually have it out the window, if that makes sense. Like, he'll get his
And that
nose
is body
close.
He's never made a run for it.
No, like, he won't even put his whole head out the window. It's like just the end of his nose out the window. And so he's pretty good about keeping his head and hands and feet and arms inside the vehicle at all times. But I know there are dogs that really poke it out there, which obviously is dangerous. They also, like, said in the article, too, that it's like a danger of, like, them getting hit by, like, rocks, dirt, dust, stuff like that, which I could see is dangerous. For me and my dog, it's not an issue because Jim is too big of a baby to put his head outside. But I can see for some dogs why it could be
Hudson,
dangerous.
this is about the animals' welfare.
I think the animals' welfare goes way down if they can't have fun.
Well,
They're
sometimes,
already cooped up in a
do
house
we
all
have
day
fun?
long.
We can't have fun either.
No, not when not when the man is getting involved, not when the state is cracking down on our freedoms.
This is about the transportation of dogs in cars. So it's including forbidding drivers from having a dog in their lap. Like, that is a smart thing.
Yeah, I
Don't do
think
that.
that's probably smart.
And this bill will also enforce rules for transporting dogs on the car's hood or the roof.
Well, you
'Cause
can't do that either.
Some people, so it actually has a lot of good animal welfare stuff.
Well, just because it has a lot of good doesn't mean that letting your dog stick out its head out the window should also be banned.
I've seen Jim have fun with his shadow. I think if we take away one fun thing, this won't be a big deal.
They say that it's really having your dog outside the window is could be damaged, mostly with the dog's ears, and then they do say your dog could fall out.
What evidence do they have of that?
The dog falling out?
Well,
Remember I told you?
I
that
think that's
lady?
just like
I know
common
dogs
sense.
can jump out of a car. How often does that happen?
I think it happens more often because if not, you have to. I mean, you should be having them on a leash so you could pull them back in, but then that just chokes the dog.
So you guys are in favor of this law?
It's not as bad as you're making it sound out to be.
I think it's
Yeah.
pretty bad.
I don't think it's that bad.
I think it's pretty bad. I think
See,
our
I
dogs
think-
should be allowed to.
Because for me,
They
I
don't
don't
have
even
much. I don't think.
Even if they have
I don't
yet
think
again
they have much.
My Jim's favorite toy is a piece of string. He can have fun with anything. He doesn't need to stick his head out the window.
He doesn't need the fresh air.
Well, okay. I think I can convince you guys.
Let's do it.
If you aren't able to roll down your window and let your dog stick its head out, you know what's going to happen to your window?
What?
Disgusting.
Oh, the snot nose.
Disgusting.
nose.
You
Is
can-
that what you
Nose
want?
it.
You
Is
can
that what
tell
you
a
want?
dog owner because of the snot nose prints all
Yeah.
over
Uh-huh.
theirs. Yours has it. Mine has
Yeah.
it. Like, it's crazy.
And there's
That's how
no
it
point in
goes.
even cleaning it because it'll just get that way again unless I never take my dog anywhere. And that's not fair to her. And neither is rolling up the windows all the time.
Well, fine. You be the one. A rock hits her eyes and she can't even see outside.
You're putting your
anymore.
dog. It's dangerous ownership.
I'll
You're a
take
bad
my
dog
chances.
owner.
I
Bad
will
dog
take my
owner.
chances.
Putting
I know.
And more
Zafira in
importantly,
danger.
Zafira will too. She's smart enough to make her own choices.
Hudson, Nikki, The Riot on Radio U.
There's been a lot of talk of balloons and UFOs recently. Now, for all we know, these UFOs are not UFOs in the alien sense. But I did hear an interesting question from Nathan regarding these UFOs. Let's say aliens are real, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And let's say we know that aliens will come to Earth at some point. But that's all we know. Would you want that to occur while you were alive?
Oh, in your
or
lifetime?
Not during your lifetime.
I think I would want it close to the end, but not the cause of my death.
Ooh,
'Cause I don't
that's a good
want-
answer.
I don't want life to change so much,
Yes.
early in my life, and then be like, oh, yes, it's been 50 years since the aliens have joined us. I don't want to live like that, but I wouldn't mind closer to the end.
What about you, Isaiah?
I say for my life, I would similar answer to Nikki's, no aliens for me. I feel like I'm pretty content with how everything's going here. I don't want the whole huge change of them coming,
That's all
changing
we'll hear
life as we
about.
know it. Yeah, the news, it's gonna be crazy. That's all we're gonna talk about on the show. And then can we trust them doing that whole jazz? I don't want to have to go through all that. I feel like I have a pretty good feel for the world now. I've kind of figured it out. So I don't want to have to learn all this new stuff.
But what if but knowing that aliens are real, that would change how your feel for the world, even if they didn't come during your lifetime, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but I feel like a first grader, I'd have to learn a bunch of new stuff. I wouldn't really understand it all fully, and I don't want to have to go through that.
So you wouldn't want the most pivotal moment in human history to occur during your lifetime.
Unfortunately,
the most
not.
interesting thing.
Not during our important times.
Yeah.
So
It'll overshadow everything else.
I've got to figure it out now.
Yeah.
I like your answer though, Nikki, of wanting it to occur near the end of your life, because then you still get to experience it, but you are going to die soon anyways.
But I don't want the aliens to be mean and I have a tragic alien
I can't
death.
promise that.
I don't want
But
it.
what if it's not you're getting on in years anyways? What scenario could the aliens come? Even if they're peaceful, wouldn't that give you a heart attack? You'd be like, I never thought they were real this whole time.
No, I don't
My
care.
weak heart at 90 years old can't take it.
I don't care enough about alien space stuff.
That
Even
wouldn't
if
throw
they
you
are
off?
real, I don't care enough.
Yeah.
Even
But if they came and they're like, here, let me touch you with your eternal life or health and wealth and all that, then I'll take it. But I don't want them to be like, here, we're going to harvest you now. So
yeah, well, I don't want to be harvested, that's for sure. But I don't know if it's.
I don't know. Sounds like you're interested in having them come early.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, I will give my answer in a second, but I also want other people to text in. If you knew aliens were going to come to Earth at some point, but you didn't know if they'd be peaceful or not, would you want that to happen during your lifetime?
Okay, I'm going 70 years old.
Watch them slaughter my children and grandchildren. I'm out.
8772 Radio U.
The Riot with Hudson and Nikki on Radio U.
Question is, if you knew aliens were coming to Earth at some point in history, but you didn't know if they'd be peaceful or not, or just what all would go down, would you want that to occur while you were alive, or I guess after you were dead? Isaiah says he doesn't want aliens. He'd rather be dead.
That's a no.
He'd
I don't want to
rather
risk
die.
it.
Nikki says maybe right before she dies, but she doesn't want to die because of the aliens.
Yeah, but I want it to not, because it'll change everything. That's all. The balloon,
Yeah.
all we hear about is a balloon for a month, and that's just a tiny thing. This will just be everything.
Don't you think that's a
price to pay?
a very selfish concern? I guess this whole thing is about being selfish.
No.
But because it's whether you are alive or dead.
Listen, Sean is spot on. He texted in and says, no, thank you. Too much stress. And I think that's the perfect
the
way to
truth.
say
Oh,
it.
don't you think there's enough maybe
Nope.
aliens coming would actually relieve a lot of stress,
Say they
because a
could do
lot of the little
imagine.
stuff that stresses you out wouldn't seem to matter as much anymore.
Don't you think that if aliens land in the United States, there'd be a large portion of the country that'd be like, this is the land of the free. You think I want them here? Get them out of here.
even
Send them
if
back
they
where they're
weren't
from.
peaceful,
Even
you're
if they were
definitely right
peaceful,
about
you
that.
think we can trust them?
We are
no
not
chance.
peaceful.
Sean
We're not
said they
peaceful.
can come after I'm dead. Second, we didn't know you could do that with your accent there.
country.
So that's impressive. That's coming back in the show later. Grace said maybe if you were young and without children, and then if they turned out to be jerks, I could decide not to have kids, so you don't have to grow up and go through War of the Worlds.
Or you could decide to have many, many, many children to support
Push
the war for
first?
humanity. Yeah, or to sacrifice. To raise them up to be warriors to help humanity continue on.
And Hudson, that sounds like stress.
So much
Don't give me
stress.
stress.
Yeah,
Think
but it's
about,
also your
like-
chance to be a hero for all
No.
eternity.
You know what? He's gonna be a hero. Think about how stressed your grandmother is when you hand her an iPhone. You think she's gonna be able to comprehend aliens landing on Earth? Think about if you were 90 years old and all your life you'd known this nice world, and then they just land here, mess everything up.
That's why I want it to happen sooner than later.
All right, what's your answer? You haven't given us your answer.
I definitely want to be alive. This would be the most interesting thing that could ever happen.
You want it now?
Yeah, the sooner the better.
Sooner the better.
Yeah, and then I could live through a lot of it. Yeah, I'd like to see what happens. I don't want to be dead and then never know. You know what I mean? I don't think.
No, because you won't know.
Yeah, but I don't want that. I don't want. I want to be alive and see it happen and see, because there's been all kinds of talk about it for years and years, and I want to know if the aliens actually come, what it'd be like.
All right, so you have a vote for now.
It could improve our lives.
You better start counting your days.
If the aliens are able to travel
Hudson,
intergalactically.
Has anything ever improved our lives?
Never.
What about the iPhone?
No, like anything big.
People would say that's not.
outside of that. That's technology.
I think you're really discounting.
You think they're coming in peace, man? Let's be real. They ain't coming in
If
peace.
they're such an advanced society, they can travel intergalactically, and maybe they have a lot of lessons to teach us.
No.
Then
You
yeah,
think they
why
want to
wouldn't
share?
Did
You think if we found another planet, we would travel in peace? You're crazy.
And no
We'd
one-
take it
Well,
over.
if they can travel to intergalactically, then they also would have the means to destroy us fairly instantly, which I'd be fine with. Quick and painless.
And no
Hudson
one
wants them
ever-
to come to destroy us instantly.
No one ever
There's a
teaches us
stake.
lessons in a nice way, so I don't want to know.
I don't want
You
to
think they-
miss out on this opportunity.
Well, isn't it nice we can all have different opinions on it?
That's the great part.
Yeah, I think it is. And I don't know.
Which the aliens would change if they came. So
Yeah, I think the odds are that we'll get Isaiah's.
they'll never
situation.
come.
never come.
Yeah, well, they'll never come.
keep
Or
you
we
all
won't know
safe.
about it.
The Riot Radio U.
2023, Nikki, I'm calling it the year of the car,
Yeah.
where we're going to be buying cars.
Okay.
I don't know about you and me, but people. I bet you I'm going to predict people buy cars in 2023.
See, I never know how it's going because I went past some Toyota place on Saturday and I was like, wow, where are they all at? And then I went, in other car places and it looks like they're almost full again.
Yeah.
So I think it depends on what you're looking for.
Yeah, I think, if you want to buy a new car in 2023, I've got the list here from Consumer Reports, which sounds like something for old people, but they have this listed out as different cars for different types of people. If you can buy a brand new car in 2023,
These are the 10 best ones.
these are the cars you should buy.
I feel like you need a buzzer or a bonk. Like
For
we're
whether
not,
we'll
we're
buy
not
them?
buying any of
Well,
these.
no, I'm not in the market for a brand new car. Maybe a reasonable used car, but that's harder and harder to find these days.
I also feel like they never pick the ones that a lot of people end up buying.
You don't think so?
But let's hear the list.
Well, the first one that comes in is the Toyota Corolla Hybrid.
All right.
And get used to that. There's a lot of hybrids on the list. And I don't even know if that's a stance of Consumer Reports where they're like, hybrids are better. But it's just so many cars are hybrids or electronic or electric, most people would say, vehicles these days. That's just more and more of the options aren't exclusively gas powered.
It's an EV if you don't mind.
Yeah. So electronic vehicle is what I like to call
It
it.
just sounds.
The Toyota Corolla Hybrid is one of the top ones on the list. Starting at, now listen to this. See, this is why they have something for everybody. Under $25,000, you could get a Toyota Corolla Hybrid, an estimated 50 miles per gallon combined. You can also add all-wheel drive. Okay. That actually sounds pretty nice.
Okay. We're never going to get through all 10.
I'm not seeing the drawbacks, though, to the Toyota Corolla Hybrid. So good start.
Okay.
Good start to the list. You could also go with the Toyota Corolla Cross.
Is Toyota buying this? Did they pay money towards this
Toyota
list?
Corollas they're a reliable vehicle. Year in and year out, the Toyotas perform well.
You got the Cross.
What about the Subaru Forester, which they say beat out the Toyota RAV4 for a crossover, a compact crossover?
I don't know. I always feel like that's the one parent of your friend that
That
had
has the
this,
crossover.
that had that sort of car, and it's not going to happen.
They want to kind of present that they're a little outdoorsy if you have a
Yeah.
Subaru. It says it's reliable, spacious, practical, relatively fuel efficient, and offers good visibility. And listen to this. Its suite of safety and driver assist features have been upgraded.
Oh, the
for
next one, though, I've seen a
2023.
lot of people do the Ford Maverick.
The Ford Maverick, I'm not as familiar with that, but that looks like that's a hybrid truck.
Yeah, it's a smaller one.
What else do we have? Another Toyota hybrid, a Nissan Leaf. That's if you're doing a long commute, I would imagine. That's something that you're thinking about. What about the Hyundai Santa Fe hybrid?
No.
Okay, what about you, Nikki? Maybe you would like. Now, it won't let me scroll any further. My page is broken.
The Kia Telluride.
The Kia Telluride. Okay.
I see literally tons of those.
That's a big one.
That's a big one.
And then the last one on the list, I believe, is the Lexus NX35OH.
That always looks like the ones
hybrid.
with a bow at or like Christmas time with a commercial.
Yeah, that's
Lexus.
right. Well, I see a lot. Oh, and then they also have, wrong, there's one more, the Tesla Model 3, which you couldn't get wider ranges of opinion on a Tesla. I'll tell you, when I see a lot of them, they're like, oh, the safety features are upgraded for this time. I might be in the minority, but I don't really care about the safety features. That's
not what
something
we're pushing
you're
for.
not going to sell. If you're a car salesman and you're like, look at the safety features, I'm not as excited about that.
I feel like if you went to a car place and they saw you come in, they wouldn't know what to do with you. They're like, what are we going to sell them? What do we think you'll buy?
Something superfluous, probably. The safety fee, nothing practical. Safety features don't do it for me. I'm not going to get in an accident.
You're right.
And if I do, I'll probably just die anyways. I don't care how good the safety features are. I've just accepted that.
Oh, and there's the reasonable.
That's reasonable.
Right
so
there.
don't try to upcharge me for extra airbags. Is that I'm not willing to spend extra money to live longer after I get in a car accident.
Well, you should be safe then.
Thanks for watching the worst of the riot. Since you made it this far, you might as well like, subscribe, and check out riot.radiou.com for even more riot.